producer Ryan, who's been a manager in MMA, been an college athlete himself, but also been a very good trainer in MMA. He said, "Hey, Chael, have you ever," and he was comparing this to the talks of Colby Covington and George Masvidal, teammates, sparring partners, the man have to go out and compete. He said, "Have you ever had to fight somebody who you trained with?" And MMA, the world is so small. We all know each other. We're all separated by 1 degree. You could MMA guy in Brazil that I've never met before. I've trained with some by 1 degree that said we all know each other. But I had an incident. It was in amateur wrestling. And not only did I have to go head to head with somebody who I trained with, it was my coach. So I was being trained by Matt Lindland. I met Matt Lindland when I was a junior in high school. And Matt had just finished college and came back to his hometown, which was right up the road, and started coaching at my high school. So I'm 17 years old. Matt's the #1 guy in the country, right? Lucky spot for me. I got pretty lucky on that one. My senior year comes along. I'm 18 years old. Matt's still the #1 guy in the country. And now I'm on the open scene, getting ready to go into college. But it was like a month after high school and a month before college. And we ended up at a tournament called the Sunkissed Kids International Open. Huge tournament. It was basically the same tournament that the national championship was. It just opened the season and nationals closed the season. So Matt at that time, I mean, he was struggling. He's living the Olympic dream. He's training all day. It's hard to have a job. He happened to be married. He happened to be 2 kids. I mean, Matt financially was really struggling. My dad was a believer, though. My dad loved Matt Lindland. He loved Matt working out with me, mentoring, helping me. And so my dad would always pay for Matt, whatever Matt needed. So my dad flies Matt out to this tournament, hotels, meal, everything, whatever he needs. My dad then flies me out there, and my dad comes out with me. Oh, and by the way, I draw Matt Lindland in the very first round. Now, Matt Lindland being my teammate and being my coach, obviously, we knew how this match was going to go, okay? Hammer. Nail. Matt Lindland's the hammer. We knew this every single day, twice a day. But it's Matt. My dad flew him here. My dad's here. It's the opening round. I'm going to get carried a little bit. I'm going to get some minutes. No, wrong. I get destroyed. I'm down by 9 points. And if you guys understand Greco-Roman wrestling, 10 points is what's called a technical fall. To put that in baseball terms, it would be the mercy rule. If you were down by 10 points, they will just stop the match. The other guy wins. It's called a technical fall. Matt is ahead by 9 points. I'm on bottom. All Matt has to do is turn me over one time, very peacefully, turn me, expose me. He gets 2 points. Everybody gets up and goes home. For reasons unknown to me still to this day, he chose to lift me up off the mat and put me through what's called an high amplitude throw. You score 5 points for it, plus 1 for the lift, making the match 15-0 when he only needed 10, and spiking me onto my head in front of my father, who paid for the trip. So, I learned a lesson that day, though. I love the story. I'm 42. This is over half of my life ago, and I love the story and the message. And it was the same story and message that Matt and I had, and that extended to Randy, extended to Dan Henderson. When we were training, we were fighting. Extends to Nate Quarry and Chris Lieben. I mean, I could really name drop. Ed Herman. We all understood. We train together. We love one another. We look out, but we're competitors. And if we get matched up, we go out there and compete. And when it's done, we come back in and practice, and we train together. That's it. We had a totally different mentality than some clubs that thought that that was disloyal and dishonorable and you're sticking a knife in your teammate's back. It wasn't like that. If you were better than a guy, you didn't call him out or tease him. It was nothing like that. But if you get asked by an event promoter to be matched up, and the guy happens to be your teammate, you just go out there and compete. Now, I don't expect you guys to agree with that theory, but maybe you want to disagree with you. I'm just answering my partner Ryan's question, who asked me, have I ever been in that spot?
Uncle Chael, there's no bad guy like Uncle Chael. Never lost, not even around. Undefeated, undisputed, oh yeah. Here comes a bad